Well, good day, everyone. Craig back at you, out again on the 2018 Honda Goldwing. Out and about today, just on my way to pick up some takeout that I ordered. And I don't know, an interesting thought that came to mind as I was looking at some YouTube videos and thinking about some upgrades that I want to do to my bike this year. And I've got a top 9 list. I think there's 9 things I can think of. Top 9 accessories or modifications that you do to your bike to prove that you're an old man. If you do these modifications or you have these accessories on your motorcycle, you are an old man. Now, if you're a woman, I'm not going to call you old woman. That wouldn't be right or correct. I would just say you're a seasoned lady. But top 9 modifications that you do or accessories that you add to your bike that 100% shows that you're an old guy. So now, before I get into the list, let me start by saying this. These modifications, actually, they're things that I like. I'm not knocking you if you have these modifications. As you'll see, I think I have more than half of them on the list. If you have these modifications, it's not bad. It's just my own personal observations. So in saying that, number 1, and there's no ranking order, like 1 is greater than 2 or 3 is greater than 4. All it is 9 things that I've noticed. Number 1, if your bike is equipped with fog lights or you add fog lights to your bike, you're an old guy. I mean, you don't see young guys and gals adding fog lights to the Hayabusa so they have more visibility. So if you've got fog lights on your bike, or even if you've got cutouts or you can put fog lights on your bike, you're an old guy. Number 2, if you have a drink holder on your bike, as in like this right here, if you have one of these, you're an old guy. Because no young people are walking around with what they call this, the big ass drink holder. And don't get on me for using profanity. That's the name of it, the big ass drink holder. No young people are using this thing. In fact, I was 100% against it. I said, I am never going to get one of these cup holders because, yeah, it's an old guy thing, and I'm just not going to do that. Until I went on a long trip, and, one of the most important things is, staying hydrated. And, I would do a gas stop, and then 10 minutes later after getting on the road, the weather was hot, I'd be thirsty, and I didn't want to pull over just to get something to drink out of the back of the bike, get some water, whatever it is, and then get back on the bike. So, I would just keep going, even though I was thirsty. This thing comes in so handy. I was going to say friggin' handy, but that's not right. This thing comes in so handy that, I can just take the straw, put it up to my mouth, keep going. So, I would never go without it. But it is 100% an old guy thing. If you got one of these, you are an old guy. I don't care what you say. The young people are using Camelbacks, and they're using those hydration packs, and they just, put that on their back and pop the thing in their mouth. That's what young people are doing. Old people, yeah, you're using one of these things. That's number 2. The number 3 sign or an accessory that you're an old guy. You get past this car, safety first. Number 3 accessory that you're an old guy that you would have on your bike. Now let me get over. Thank you. Perfect. If you have a mobile GPS mounted on your handlebar, you are an old guy. There's no getting around it. You're old. You're old. If you've got a separate GPS, I'm not talking about the built-in navigation if you have on a Honda Goldwing or you got it on your Harley, but if you got that separate little Garmin on your handlebars, yeah, you are 100% old. And the reason why I say you're 100% old is that even if you don't have a bike that has navigation, everybody has cell phones. I am not going to put on my list mounting a cell phone on your handlebar as an old guy thing. Everybody does it. Young guys, old guys, everybody. But what the young people do is they use their cell phones for their navigation. They just plop it in, put it on their cell phone, and they guide it. But if you have a separate GPS dedicated solely for that purpose on your handlebar, yeah, that's an old guy thing. So that's number 3. Number 4, if you have changed your seat or done a seat modification, you're an old guy. Only old guys are changing out their seats. And why? And again, I've changed my seat, or I had a modification done for my seat. Why? Because we want our butts to be comfortable. That's an old guy thing. You want to ride, you want to be comfortable. So you're going and you're buying an Ultimate seat, or you're sending your seat to Wingsoft, or you're going with Russell Daylong. You're doing something that you maybe got a local upholsterer that's changing your seat out for you, modifying it for you. But that's an old guy thing. Young people, you know what? They get on the bike and they just ride. They're riding. They're not, they're not changing the seats out to make the tushy fluffy, like us buttercups are doing, because we can't stand the saddle soreness of it, because our butt bone is connected to our hip bone, which is connected to our thigh bone, and after a while it all hurts. So if you have done a seat modification, or you bought a new seat, you are 100% an old guy. All right, what are we up to, number 5? I think this is number 5. If you pull a trailer, you know what, don't even argue with this fact. If you pull a trailer with your motorcycle, I'm not saying if you trailer your motorcycle, but if you pull a trailer, Bush Tech, Can-Am, Escapade, whatever the make model is, if you're pulling a trailer, you are 100% an old guy. Young people ain't pulling a trailer. There's very few. I can think of one person who's a young guy I know that's the exception out of everyone I know that pulls a trailer. If you just don't even try to act like you're a young guy if you're pulling a trailer. You're not. You're an old guy. Now, are trailers handy? Absolutely. I got one. I love it. Go on a trip, I'm pulling that trailer. But I'm an old guy. And if you got one, I don't care how you're trying to live your best life and think you're young. You're not. You're an old guy if you're pulling a trailer behind your motorcycle. Number 6. If you have on your motorcycle a get back whip. Now you might be saying to yourself, what the heck is a get back whip? If you don't know what a get back whip is, that even proves that only old guys have it, because only old guys know what it is. A get back whip is a whip that it's like a long cord that usually has a piece of metal at the end that they hang from their right handlebar, their throttle. They're basically their throttle, right at the end of their throttle. They hang it and it just dangles. And the whole story behind it was, if you got too close to a biker on his motorcycle, he would swing that whip at you and the metal end of it would smash your window out. Now, I don't know if they were used or not used or how much they were used. Seems kind of dangerous to me to be riding a motorcycle and trying to swing a whip. Even if you're at a stop, I don't know. But anyway, I think people use them now more as the cool factor. They're not using them as weapons, but it's like a cool factor to hang that get back whip off your throttle and just have it, dangling in the wind as you're going down the road. So it's just a cool factor. But if you have one, if you are an old guy, because no young people, they're not putting get back whips on their ninjas. It's just not happening. Okay, number 7. If you have installed a voltage meter on your motorcycle, you're an old guy. There's just, again, is there a use for them? Yeah, there's a use for them. I guess you can, monitor your battery level. And I've heard stories, people been on vacation and their voltage meter was off, and it let them know they were having a battery problem and not an alternator problem, and whatever the case may be. So yeah, do they serve a purpose? Yeah, they serve a purpose. But I'm telling you, if you got one on your bike, if you've installed a voltmeter on your bike, you are an old guy. Only old people are doing that. There's no young people doing that at all whatsoever. So yeah, that's you. Okay, number 8. If you wear HiVis gear, you're an old guy. Now let me even clarify this. If you wear yellow HiVis gear, you're definitely an old guy. I would even say that the orange HiVis gear might be, maybe some younger people might be caught in that neon orange or that neon lime green or whatever. But if you're wearing the HiVis yellow, oh, there's no doubt about it. You were an old guy. Nobody else is wearing that but old people. Now does it work? Yeah, it works. I don't have any, but from what I'm told, it works. But only old people do that. In fact, I think they ought to rename Wingding Rally the HiVis Yellow Rally. Because you walk around Wingding, all you are going to see is HiVis from head to toe, HiVis yellow. So if you've got HiVis yellow gear, yeah, you're an old guy. Sorry to tell you. And number 9, last but not least, and this really only pertains to, I think, my Gold Wing brothers. If you have a ring of fire around your front caliper or rotor, I'm sorry, if you have a ring of fire around your front rotor, you are 100% an old guy. I can't even make an argument. And you know what? I'll even say this. I even contemplated getting a ring of fire. I still might get it. I don't know. But I tell you what, if I get it, it just validates that I'm an old guy. What I already know I am. I am an old guy. But no one is doing ring of fires except old people. Not even Harley guys are doing ring of fires. That is a Gold Wing. I got my Social Security check and I cashed it and I went and I bought this ring of fire. So anyway, just my thoughts, just a little fun, tongue in cheek. Don't get mad if I pointed out something that you have and you're calling me an old guy. Yeah, I am kind of calling you old guy, but like I said, more than half of the stuff I think I already have, and I might even get more of that stuff. So do me a favor, if I missed anything, what you would consider old guy accessories for your bike, or things on your bike, modifications on your bike that kind of put you in that old guy category, kind of put that in the comments and let's have some fun with this. As always, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I hope everything is working out in your favor. And if you get a chance to get out, ride, have fun, enjoy the day, and we'll be talking to you soon, everyone. God bless.